Our next company is Aries Industries. This is a Waukesha-based company that manufactures closed-circuit TV inspection and rehabilitation equipment to inspect and repair underground pipes. Considering that the underground water, oil, gas, and sewage systems in most of the cities in the country were built a century ago, the services provided by Aries Industries figured to be in demand for decades ahead. The company has grown to over 90 employees. And here to accept the award today is President and CEO Nick Kroll.
When I talked to Nick this week, he was in Detroit working on a project, and I talked to him on his cell phone. His company repairs and replaces underground sewer and water lines. It's easy to get our grips around the above-ground infrastructure, projects like the Market Interchange, the Zoo Interchange, and so forth. We understand that, we use that, we get that. But Nick says this country is facing an urgent crisis to repair and replace its below-ground infrastructure. And I don't know about you, but I've grown kind of fond of indoor plumbing. So Nick, how bad is it, and how are we going to get this done over the next decade or so?
Yeah, well, Aries specializes in the rehab of underground infrastructure. We're all familiar with the bridges in the road work. We see that every day. But below us are about 800,000 miles of water lines, fresh water, and about 600,000 miles of sewer lines that we don't see every day and we don't think about unless our sewer line backs up. And these are in a terrible state of disrepair. They're most of our underground piping has gone in place after World War II. Much of it only has a useful life of about 50 to 75 years, and we're reaching the end of that life cycle. So our business really focuses on trenchless technologies, TV inspection services, chemical grouting, and then pipe relining and cutting services for that particular technology. The U.S. is projected to grow another 100 million people by the middle of the century. That's the estimates that I'm reading. That's just going to put further strain on an already decaying infrastructure. So it's critical that we find the funding resources to attend to this infrastructure. And I'm sure that we're all aware of the fact that the U.S. economy has been struggling. But despite that, we're still the largest economy on the planet. The United States represents about 25% of the world's GDP. And how are we going to maintain that competitive advantage? How are we going to maintain that place in the world economy if we allow our infrastructure to decay the way it has? So our business is focused on trying to tend to that underground infrastructure and help us maintain the competitive advantage that we have worldwide.
Thank you, Nick.